Find the area of a regular polygon. Now these can be a little tricky. When we talk about a regular polygon, we're talking all sides equal and all angles equal. And we are talking things with more sides than a square. Okay, so a square is a four-sided regular polygon because all sides are the same and all angles are the same. But we're going to focus more on pentagons, hexagons, octagons, those things. So it gets a little tricky. So let's talk about it in terms of a pentagon for formulas. Okay, so the formula is where we kind of get a little trickery up in here. So first things first, we're going to call this side length S, okay, and N is going to equal the number of sides. So in this here pentagon, N would be 5 because a pentagon has 5 sides. Now you'll notice I have an A coming down here. A stands for apothem. And now you're thinking, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, well, bear with me here. So there's a few things we have to know in order to be able to find the area. The first is the perimeter. And we know the perimeter is the distance around the outside of a figure. So to find the perimeter of a regular polygon, because all sides are the same, we simply take the length of a side, that's S, and multiply by the number of sides. Right? So if the side length is 5 and there are 5 of them, then 5 times 5 is 25, and that's the perimeter. So that's one thing we need to know. The other thing mentioned before is the apothem. Now to find the apothem, we are going to take the side length, S, and divide by 2 times the tangent of 180 over n. Now, I don't want you to get too worried about that tangent function. It is a button on your calculator. The key is going to be how you type it in. So you're going to want to type in 180 divided by n, then hit the tangent button, and then multiply by 2, more than likely. Depending on your calculator, every calculator is different. If you have questions, email your instructor. But that's kind of the basic idea, okay? If you have a calculator that works well with parentheses, just use a lot of parentheses. Okay, so once we have the perimeter and the apothem, then we can find the area. So the formula for area is the apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. Okay, that's how we find the area of a regular polygon. Okay, so let's go ahead and use that formula to our knowledge here. So we're going to find the area of a regular hexagon with a side length of 8 inches. Okay, so a hexagon tells me that there are 6 sides. The length, so S, is 8. Okay, so step 1, find my perimeter. Well, perimeter is S times N, so my perimeter is 48. Boom, got it. Next, I need my apothem. So I'm going to do the the side length, so 8 divided by 2, tangent of 180 divided by 6. Now, you'll notice that 180 divided by 6 is 30, so this is the same as 2 tangent 30, either way. But when you type that in, 8 divided by 2 tangent 180 over 6, you should get 1.1547. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Nope, that's the denominator. Goodness gracious. Okay, so I got to follow my own notes. So I end up with a denominator of 1.1547, boom, boom, boom. And then when we take 8 divided by that, we get 6.9282, and it goes on forever. If you round at different spots with this, your answer is going to be slightly off. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to round this to 6.93 for my A, my value of A. So that means to find my area. Again, area is the apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. So I'm going to type in 6.93 times 48 divided by 2. That gives me an area of 166.32 inches squared. So the regular hexagon with a side length of 8 inches has the area of 166.32. Let's do a couple more. The area of the regular polygon below. Well, this here is a pentagon, so N is 5. We are told a side length, S, is 10. So that leads us to a perimeter of 5 times 10 of 50. All right, so now let's find our apothem. So little a is 10, right? Side length divided by 2 times the tangent of 180 over 5. When I do my 2 tangent of 180 over 5, I get 1.453, goes on forever. So this is approximately 6.88. All All right, now to find my area, I'm going to take AP divided by 2. So 6.88 times 50 all over 2 for an estimated area of 172 square centimeters. If you keep your decimal values in your calculator the whole time, you will get a more accurate answer at the very, very end. So just something to keep in mind. And let's just do one more for fun. Find the area of a regular dodecagon with a side length of 4. Now, fun because dodecagon has 12 sides. So n is 12, the side length is 4. So my perimeter is 4 times 12, which is 48. Let's find our apothem by taking 4 divided by 2, tangent of 180 over 12. My denominator is approximately 0.5358. So I end up with an apothem of approximately 7.4641. We're going to round that to 7.46 for easy figuring. That makes my area 7.46 times 48 divided by 2, which comes to be approximately 179.04 square inches. So when it comes to finding the area of a regular polygon, you just have to make sure you follow the steps, right? Find the perimeter, find the apothem, and then plug those into your area formula. Keeping your decimal as far as you can as you move through, unless it tells you to round in a specific spot.